What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on Soul Therapy. Today I hit up the Nike outlet and a couple other stores to see what kind of deals I could find. Right off the bat, there was a lot of great retro Jordans at this Nike outlet. Just on this wall here alone, you saw a couple of Jordan 1s and some 13s. They had the new Jordan 1 Ochre in a huge size 15 for an awesome price, but honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of that colorway, and I'm sure they're going to go on sale even further. They had some Ja Morants, and then they had some Jordan 1 Low Golf in this midnight navy colorway that was super clean. They had these Jordan 2 Lows discounted all the way to $100 in a lot of sizes, alongside of this Jordan 2. Jordan Brand has been making a big push for the Jordan 2 model, it's not really taking off. They did have some Nike Mac Attacks in my size for under retail, but I checked on StockX and it's crazy that they're actually going under retail over there too. Even though they're so similar to the Travis Scotts, just because they don't have that reverse swoosh, people don't want them. Which sucks because I think they're a really cool looking shoe and I do try them on later in this video. They had some Jordan 1 High Comforts that are just a really comfortable model of the Jordan 1. That olive colorway wasn't too bad. They also had these brand new Nike Dunks that I've never seen before, so 20% off these is not bad at all. The materials on them were actually pretty nice as well. They also had some Gore-Tex Jordan 1s. These are awesome for like when it's really rainy and the weather conditions are horrible outside. The colorway is not half bad either. They also had these Converse that I've never seen before, but I'm a big fan of that vintage high top look. I thought it was really cool. They had these Nike Dunk Highs with this material that I know won't age well, but these reminded me of like an SB pair. They also had these Jordan 1 High Golfs in this navy colorway. It reminds me a lot of the Co.JP. Really nice looking shoe. There were so many great deals at this Nike outlet today. They also had these Calm Slides in this neon colorway that I haven't seen before, but pretty cool to see that those are sitting under retail for anyone who wants to scoop them. They also had these Jordan 2s. I'm not exactly sure what the name of these are, but I remember when they did release. They also had these Jordan 1 Lows in my size 11.5. They were a golfing pair, unfortunately, but they were really striking. I was a big fan. They had some Jordan 3 Fears on sale. That model has been kind of sitting around on sale at a lot of places. Definitely not a pair that you guys should sleep on. They had some Air Max 1s in some really nice colorways for $150, which is a little expensive, but the Air Max 1 model is timeless. It's honestly one of my favorites, and it's grown a lot on me in the past couple of years. Then I found this wall at the outlet, and it was insane, the shoes they had here. But first off, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these Mac Attacks on foot. I think they're really clean looking, but do they compare to the Georgetowns? I think not. They had some Nike Dunk Lows. I believe these were a Nike Dunk by You. The person's name, I believe, was, Timothy. Timothy was cooking up with these. Honestly, not my favorite, but it wasn't a bad colorway by any means. They also had this Nike Dunk Low with all over suede. The materials were just crazy on these. Then they had these Nike Dunk Low, which I believe is a women's exclusive that is completely black. And then they had these Nike Dunk High SBs in the Halloween colorway. I forget the exact name, but they do have like teeth marks in it. Then they had the Burgundy City of Love SBs, size 8.5. I did ask them to see if they had any other sizes. They didn't, unfortunately, because if they did have my size with the 20% off, that would have been an easy cop. They had some Nike Dunk Lows that are brand new with the Michigan colors, and they had some Jordan 1 Highs in the black and white colorway. Those are going to be sitting under retail. They're not a bad pair by any means, but they're just not a necessary cop. They also had these Jordan 13 Wheats on sale for $160. I'm a big fan of the Jordan 13 model. It was my first ever Jordan model, so I hold a special place for those in my heart. Just not really worth it, in my opinion, at that price. The women's shoes were looking pretty decent. They had some retro Jordan models, but overall the men's selection was definitely the best. They did have some retro reverse laneys in almost every single size on sale for $120 for anyone who's interested. Just not my personal favorite shoe. I told you guys you wouldn't be disappointed by that Nike outlet run. There were so many great sneakers there under retail. Like I've been saying for the longest, it's an awesome time to be a sneakerhead. Then I decided to slide over to the Oak Brook Mall and check out Champs to see what they had. They had the new Anthony Edwards shoes that look different depending on how you look at them. I really like these two colorways. The white one is pretty simple, but it's clean looking as well. They also had these new Adidas shoes that I've never seen before, pretty futuristic looking. They had some CL Responses on sale, a really slept on model that's really nice. They had some really cool New Balances, including these 9060s in this purple and tan colorway. Never seen those before. They had these Asics Gel Light 3s in that UNC blue. You know I love that, can never go wrong with that. Asics been going crazy this whole entire year. And of course they had the new Jordan 5. These are the craft green model. Just not the biggest fan of those. I know they're a retro release from 2006. I thought they were gonna brick, and they're okay, I guess, for what they are. They had some P6000s in a blue colorway. They had the LaMelo Balls MB3 on sale. They had these MB1s that were golden that were on sale, and this brand new MB3 model in yellow and black. Super clean. Just not the biggest fan of those colors personally. Then I decided to slide over to Nordstrom to see what they had in stock. Nordstrom doesn't really have a lot of bangers usually, but they surprise you every once in a while. These Air Max 1 colorways were really clean. I did like this purple with this midnight navy and a little bit of gray hits. You can never go wrong with the Air Max 1. They had these Jordan 1 lows in this Dune colorway that's actually on sale at JD and Finish Line for $100. And if you're looking for a clean Jordan 1, it's not bad. They had some Cortezes, and then they had the 9060s that we just saw at Champs a little bit earlier. They also had a bunch of Vomero models that I know have been flying. Really good casual shoe, just not something I'm super interested in. I prefer more of a New Balance 5 for casual. I slid over to Apple to see the new Vision Pro. It was pretty crazy to see. Then I went over to Zara because I've been really into kind of just Zara and their style as of late, and they had some really cool pieces, including this workwear jacket. I do have a couple of workwear jackets, so it wasn't an absolute necessity for me, but they did have some nice dress shirts. I'm a big sucker for different materials and different patterns. Zara is pretty expensive most of the time, so I'm usually just out thrifting, but that was pretty much it for the Oakbrook Center. I decided to hit up a couple other stores. We went to Ross just to see what they had, and it was an absolute miss today. They had some Currys in there, and then they had some Trae Youngs. Typical stuff that you'll often find at Ross. Wasn't finding any white cement 3s this time, unfortunately. I did have this NBA Champions 1998 Bulls hat at Marshall's that was next door. They had some New Balance 550s in this white and black colorway. Overall, really cool shopping trip.